Hello, this presentation is about the government creating an energy plant using recycled municipal solid waste, MSW or garbage, and converting it into fuel to supply electricity to the public to create revenue. The government is already in the business of providing a utility service of supplying water and sewage. 98% of Americans are supplied water by a public utility and pay a utility bill to the government. The reason that the government controls the water supply is because of sanitation, keeping water safe, and it keeps costs down for the public by supplying water. The government can do the same by supplying energy at a reduced cost to the public and create revenue in return. The government has what is called the economy of scale to start an electricity utility service. Economy of scale are the cost advantages that an existing business has due to its existing scale of operation with cost per unit of output decreasing with increasing scale. An example would be the government already has an infrastructure to collect garbage and has the ability to obtain an energy plant at a low cost because it already owns a lot of buildings and can convert one into a plant at a low cost. It will cost little to start an energy business opposed to a startup company that has to invest a large amount of capital into starting an infrastructure to collect garbage and buy a plant. Later in the presentation, I will talk about the cost analysis of government starting an energy plant. Will there be enough waste to sustain an energy plant? The latest figures that I found from the U.S. Energy Information Administration about how much waste is generated in the United States is a 2015 figure that says about 262 tons of municipal solid waste, MSW, or garbage, were generated in the United States, of which 52.5% was landfilled, 25.8% was recycled, and 12.8% was burned with energy recovery, and 8.9% was composted. So how can government turn this waste into energy? The technology already exists. A waste-to-energy plant makes steam out of garbage to make electricity. MSW is usually burned as a special waste-to-energy plant that uses the heat from the fire to make steam for generating electricity. In 2016, 71 U.S. power plants generated about 14 billion kilowatt hours of electricity from burning about 30 million tons of combustible MSW, which is biomass material or biogenic plant or animal products, materials such as paper, cardboard, food waste, grass clippings, leaves, wood, and leather products, accounted for about 64% of the weight of the combustible MSW and for about 51% of the electricity generated. The remainder of the combustible MSW was non-biomass combustible material, mainly plastic. Many large landfills also generate electricity by using the methane gas that is produced from decomposing biomass in landfills. What will be the cost of government to start an energy plant? The University of Columbia did a cost analysis of what it would cost a business to start an energy plant. The capital investment required to build the facility was estimated to be about $420 million, and the operating cost at about $22 million per year. Because of economy of scale, the government already has an infrastructure in place. The cost would probably be cut in half for government to about $210 million with lower operating costs. The WTE plant would export to the grid 0.6 megawatt hertz of electricity per ton of waste incinerated. That is 380 gigawatts of electricity per year. This electricity generation would translate into approximately $35 million revenue per year for a plant. Who will benefit from the government recycling MSW into energy? Over a 20-year span, the waste-to-energy facility can provide a revenue stream from the scale of electricity and produce over $256 million in electricity revenue and power over 30,000 area homes. The government can possess over 7.5 million tons of waste, which, if landfilled, would have occupied 190 acres of land, 100 feet deep. It can recover and recycle over 128,000 tons of ferrous metal and 800 tons of non-ferrous metal to be used in buildings for government interests. It will generate 4.4 billion kilowatt hours of electricity, enough to power a county's homes for 3 years. Producing electricity is only one reason to burn MSW. Burning waste also reduces the amount of material that would probably be buried in landfills. Burning MSW reduces the volume of waste by 87%. In conclusion, the government owning a recycled garbage energy plant is a good idea because it will make energy cheaper to residents. The government can set a cheaper price for residents because it can produce energy cheaper. It will give more land to farmers and other use, cutting down landfill space. It will save the government money because it will no longer have to subsidize energy plants. It will increase revenue in the millions for government by supplying energy.